Good morning, good afternoon, good evening or good night, depending on when you're watching this. So pick a pile time. Pile we have, number 1 is the ring. Number 2 is a key. Number 3 is the coin. I've actually used a euro just because it's fun and that's what I had by my bed. So I'm going to put my ring back on now and we're going to go in for pile number 1, which is the ring. Now, obviously I've pre-shuffled them. In fact, the decks we're using, we've got Universal Celtic Tarot, vice versa, Sazaburito, I always say it wrong, Sazaribito, and for advice, we're going to go for the Archangel Animal Oracle cards. So, they're the cool. Oh, hi! 1:43 in Canada and you're still up and online. That is impressive. So, we're going for pile number 1, which is the ring. It's going back on my finger if you don't mind. Right. So, first couple of cards we're going to put is for, actually we'll keep the advice for now, is where you're at the moment. Now, you've got the moon with the 6 of Cups in reverse. So for ring pile, I feel like you've got a situation at the moment where you're really having to zoom out and look at the bigger picture. Work out what it is that you like with this guiding force, because that for me is all about, you know, it's not so much about the deceit and the lies and the normal stuff that you get from the moon. It's very much about zooming out, looking at the bigger picture and realising where it is that you've not reconnected. And that could be you've not reconnected with somebody, it could be that you've not reconnected with yourself, it could be that you don't know what it is that you really want. Because this 6 of Cups, like if you look at them in the upright, they're actually away from each other, but they know they're there. You know, they don't have to see each other to necessarily know that they're there. So it's more that I think for you guys, you're having an opportunity, like I say, to zoom out, really focus on what it is that you want. Now, your next level down, which is kind of your, not necessarily your advice card, but, sorry, I've just seen 3 vice versa cards on the bottom of the deck, which is interesting. Okay, so where we've just been talking about you having the opportunity to zoom out and work out what it is that you want, what it is you need to reconnect with, you've then got the 4 of Pentacles with the Empress in reverse. So I feel like this zooming out is leading you, yeah. So the 4 of Pentacles is on top of this, underneath, sorry, this moon card. So where you're having the opportunity to zoom out and work out what it is that you want to focus on and where you're being guided to go, actually, part of it is protecting yourself and putting up boundaries. So maybe you have the opportunity to zoom out, work out things that don't work for you and actually just protect yourself a little bit. The reason I'm saying that is because actually where this reconnection, you feel it hasn't necessarily gone your way, it's kind of put you in a little bit of a spin with that Empress in reverse. So you don't feel like you're necessarily getting through what you want. You don't feel like you're getting to live your best life. I don't like that phrase particularly. And what it's all about, unfortunately, ring pile, you've got the 3 of Swords in the away view, followed by the 2 of Cups in the night view, followed by the 9 of Pentacles. So this isn't all doom and gloom, but unfortunately where this situation has come to a head for you guys, like I say, you're able to kind of see it from a bigger perspective and put your boundaries in place and kind of, oh, mate, tell me about it. You're putting your boundaries in place, you're able to look at the bigger picture and really focus on not seeing what's in front of you and not trusting, you know, it's like not trusting what people are saying, it's actually looking at their actions rather than what they're telling you. And unfortunately, you've come to that realization because this is underneath your zooming out, this is underneath your boundaries going up and your protections, because you know who it is that's hurt you and who's let you down and who's not, you know, who's not been playing ball. But you've got the 2 of Cups there, so it could be that this is a love situation that, you know, that someone that's hurt you with regards to a love connection, and actually if you look at it, this is the man on one side, this is the lady on the other side. So the man possibly is the one that's sitting here in all the hurt, and the lady is having a lovely time with the 9 of Pentacles, doing what she needs to do, focusing on what needs to be done. Right, let's have a look at your advice card for pile 1, the ring. Raven, prepare for change. I mean, if this reading doesn't scream change with being able to zoom out and focus on the bigger picture, being able to learn to put up boundaries, to let go of things that, you know, maybe something hasn't come to fruition, you haven't been able to harvest it, you haven't been able to get that connection going again, which is why you finally let go and you get that 9 of Pentacles. Yes, with the love hearts, we all enjoy that. But yeah, you're okay on your own. You know what? Maybe that love connection has had its day. Maybe that's why it's a nighttime view. Maybe it's you can put it to bed, you can move on, you can focus on getting yourself ready. And you know what? Let them be hurt for a little while. Prepare for change. I enjoyed that one, ring pile. So we're going to move on to the second pile, which is the key. So for those of you who picked the key, let's just have a little look again. And we all know keys are knowledge. So where you are at the moment. Oh, okay. 5 of Pentacles, 10 of Pentacles. No. Oh, snuck a look. I didn't mean to do that. Okay, so key pile. You've made some real amazing progress because you've got, like I say, you're very welcome. You've got the 5 going through to 10. So actually, this situation that you're in at the moment, I feel like the progression has been really clear for you, and you've actually been able to work through, been able to get from that 5 up to that 10. And this, you know, for me, this 5 of Pentacles isn't the traditional being left out. It's not being, you know, locked out, feeling like you're missing out on things, that FOMO situation. This is the peace and tranquility of, yes, you know, things are falling apart, you know, like you've got that skull in there, but there's a little fire going. You know, it's a kind of nice situation that you're actually in, where you're getting the chance to take that breather, to take that break. Very much a bit like the 4 of Swords, like that kind of, that moment of just being able to get clarity, take your time to just shut down, not worry about everything else that's going on, just take a moment for yourself. And actually what that's come through to is 10 of Pentacles, which is getting everything in order. Now there's a couple of little goblins, but you know what, I don't feel like it's a stealing situation. I feel like it's you've had the time to work out what it is you want. And actually maybe this could be, you know, again, it's a key, so it's knowledge, right? It could be to do with you've had to reassess your business and you've had to really take that break and go, right, is this business working for me? How can I make it work? Because actually, you know, and I think that's something else that's going to come through this COVID situation, is there are a lot of businesses, you know, like I can think of people who've definitely been, you know, ploughing money into their business to try and keep it going, to keep it above waters, keep it afloat. And actually maybe it's time to just cut the losses and run, cut it off, not waste the money anymore and just keep going with it. But actually, I feel for you guys, it's not happened that way. You've not had to let go of something. You've taken a moment out and gone, right, how can I readdress my business? How can I sort my business out to make it grow, to improve it? And actually it's bringing big rewards now. So that's your where you're at the moment. The clarifiers for that, you've got the Knight of Cups in reverse with the 10 of Swords. Now this for me is a bit like, again, I think it's more to do with business and to do with financial stability, material stability, which also, you know, Pentacles, all very earthy, very stable. But it's kind of like you pulled back on your love life. And you've taken the moment out to kind of just go, you know what, I would love for my love life to be fantastic. I would love for that all to be amazing. But actually, it's not working for me right now. And what I need to focus on is getting my finances in order, is getting my material wealth, getting, you know, the day-to-day fixings of your life into a stable position, which you're doing. It's fantastic. But part of that is the suffering of letting your love life take a back seat, if you know what I mean. And with that 10 of Swords again, you know, swords in the front. So it's not, you know, it's not the traditional you've been stabbed in the back, you know, you didn't see it coming. You've been able to see, like you've almost been able to see actually that people aren't playing ball and that people are not having your best interests at heart, and you're pulling away from it, which is good. I support that. You also just realised you've got the 10 of Pentacles on top of the 10 of Swords. So if that doesn't echo, I don't know what does. You know, focus on what you need to focus on to get yourself stable, to be in a really good position. This situation that, you know, has left you feeling a bit stuck, done. Absolutely done. Now, so now we were just talking about letting things go, letting love life go, and just focusing on what it is that you need. You've got the Justice in reverse. So it's kind of like you've given up on waiting for someone to come up with the goods, waiting for them to actually prove themselves. Because words, you know, baby talk is cheap. Oh, where's that from? I want to say Sex and the City. Anyway, wherever that phrase is from. It's like you don't need to keep waiting around for someone else to do the right thing. You do the right thing. You focus on what it is that you need, rather than necessarily, you know, self-love is the key, he says with his tulips right next to him. Because I love tulips at the moment. I thought while they're still looking lovely, I'm going to creep them in the side of the video so we can all enjoy them. Who doesn't love a tulip? But it's like you're turning back, because actually you don't need to. You know what? You've got enough going on for you with that 10 of Pentacles, with giving up on that 10 of Swords, that actually, what's the point of pushing for the right thing? The right thing will come along, and the right thing for you is for you. You've got 2 of Wands as well. So I think, again, it is about kind of taking in the bigger picture and realising where you want to put your energies and choosing really wisely, because actually in the centre of that you've then got the 8 of Swords, and this for me is, you know, it's a real boundary card. It's very much about, you know, that like someone's coming in, and it's all, again, it's that empty promises, that talk is cheap situation. Someone might be coming in with you and saying, yeah, I can rescue you, look at it, you know, this eagle's coming in with the knowledge, with the help, and actually it's like, no, I'm good, I've got the sword there, I can get myself out of this, I don't need your help particularly. But what am I doing? I'm not just, you know, blocking myself in, I'm actually blocking you out, because I don't need it. I know where my energy's going. Now, your advice card, Kingfisher, be patient and focused. Which is a treat, I think, because actually, you know, this Knight of Cups in reverse is about being patient. This 5 to the 10 is about being patient. Heavily focused on the right thing, on things that are going to provide you stability, which enables you to do the right thing. You know, like that, like people always say, you know, money doesn't bring happiness, but what it brings is freedom to make those choices. Hang on, somebody just got a little bit loud there, Luke Bryan, if you don't mind, pipe down. Yeah, pulling back from that is about being patient. You know, you don't need the love coming in right now. Focus on what it is that gives you the freedom to be able to, and also because, you know, like dating is expensive. For those of you who are single out there, you know, you've got to spend money going out, you've got to spend money doing things, meeting up, traveling, not just with relationships, like love relationships, it's also with friends, you know. Like, I feel like I've saved a lot of money because we haven't been able to meet up with people. So I'm not going for coffees, I'm not going for lunch, dinner, I'm not driving to go and see people. So I, you know, financially, I'm doing okay right now, touch wood. And actually, you guys, you're moving from the 5 to the 10. So happy days. Be patient, keep focused, and everything will turn out all right in the end. Because if it hasn't turned out all right, it's not the end. Okay, pile 3, the coin. Let's see what's going on for pile 3. Okay. Deep breath for pile 3. You have got, for where you are right now, you've got the Judgment with the Temperance in reverse. So pile 3, I feel like you have got, it's like, you know, I feel like you are represented by these people down here who are desperate for someone to make a decision. And not necessarily in the way of, like when you're waiting for someone to get back with you or something like that. It's not that kind of a decision, but it's, you know, like the Judgment is final, it's slow building, you know, it's not rash. You know, you don't want to push someone into a decision, because for me, I know if someone pushes me into the decision, generally it's to push back, and I will pull away, and I won't give you the decision you want regardless, because I can be a little bit stubborn like that. I don't mind admitting it. Maybe I do mind admitting it, but I'm happy to. Anyway, the predicament that you're in, though, is while you're waiting for this other person to make a decision, it could be to do with, again, with work. It could be that you're waiting on a job offer, or you're waiting for something to come through which you've been building to for a long time. Like maybe you've been, you know, studying, doing a course online, something like that. But actually, you know, with that Temperance in reverse, it's very much that you're kind of losing yourself in the process of waiting. And, you know, it is important to wait. Like, you know, the last pile got be patient. But the trouble with this for me is that in your waiting for someone else to come through, for something to go in your favour, it's leaving you feeling like you don't know which way's up and you don't know which way's down, and you don't know what to do for the best. You don't know how to get through it. You don't know how to kind of rebalance this, because that, you know, for me is a lovely card. It's all about the balance. It's all about the healing. It's all about the peace and the tranquility. And, you know, like she's creating, you know, she's got the fire in her hand, water on the other side. So it's like defying the the properties that are around you. Like because water puts out fire, but she's cool. She knows the water's on that side. She knows the fire's safe on the other side. She knows how to balance things out. On the side with the fire, she's got all those flowers growing. It's all the wild flowers, doing their thing, growing wherever they want to because they know they can. It's not having that. You're not having that effect because you're constantly waiting for this other thing. You've then got in your sort of sub-level 3 of Swords with the 7 of Cups. So I feel for me with that pairing, it's very much that I feel like there's a lot of situations that you're not happy with at the moment. And that's a really, really tough message to deliver because it's, I know the 7 of Cups can be confusion, but it's also a symbol of lots of things up in the air. And, particularly with this deck as well, like all those cups, are up. Apart from the 2 she's holding. So it's I feel like there's definitely a bit of loss there. And it's a bit like, you can't see the wood for the trees. Like you kind of feel that the hurt you're going through is possibly not even just being caused by one situation. It could be a few people that are throwing things at you that don't really resonate, don't really help you, don't encourage you to be better. Yeah, that's tough. However, your advice situation, or what this is referring to, in the centre, you have got the Ace of Wands, and that for me is absolutely wonderful. Because regardless of what's going on, regardless of these situations that you're waiting for, regardless of this hurt that you feel might be coming in from different directions, you've got options to get through it. You've got ways of getting through it. You've got lovely moments where, the sun will come out. And you know what? The sun always does come out. Otherwise, they say like the darkest hour is just before dawn. So maybe the situation that you're in, where you feel that everything's a bit up in the air, you've got the option you've got the option and the power there within you to turn it around and to bring the sun out and to, readdress the situation. That, however, is flanked by the 10 of Wands and the Knight of Swords, which I actually really, really like. Because, for me, like the Knight of Swords, oh, I've got delivery, hang on, I'll be right back. That was exciting. I just caught the delivery driver. I was expecting a FedEx delivery and I've got a feeling I know what it is. I'm going to open it at the end. It's very, very exciting. But as I was saying, right, so the Knight of Swords to me, he's going in the stormy weather, but he's not afraid of that. So where this situation, you've got this power within you to deal with it, it might be tough. And, what is it Brene Brown always says? Choose courage over comfort. It would be very easy for this Knight of Swords to not go into the storm and not ride into the storm. But actually, you don't get anything from that. You take the easy way out. There's no joy in that. There's no reward. And the reward is that 10 of Wands. Get everything bundled up. Take it home. Bring me home. Bring him home. You've got it all there for you. It is. I think you're in part 3. I think with coin, I think you're having a tough time at the moment, but you have got the way through it. Now let's have a little look at your advice card. Oh yes, have some of that tiger. Accept your magnificence. Now where have we got magnificence in here? Ace of Wands, we've got magnificence. Temperance, it's in reverse, but it's magnificence that way up. You just got to work out how to get to it. So it is slightly delayed, but you know what? Have some of that tiger. Accept your magnificence, pile 3. Now, I'm going to have a look at this parcel, and it might actually not be what I think it is, in which case this will be really dull for everybody, but I hope it is. I haven't even got a scissors. Oh wait, where have I? Oh, hang on, I have got scissors. Bear with me. This is like a deep breath in moment. I really hope this is what I think it is. Oh, it's packed very well. Oh, it's not. That's really disappointing. What a letdown. Anyway, I hope you all enjoyed your pick piles, and I will see you all very soon. Bye.